Hi guys, my name is Natesh and I was supposed to be with you in Boston, and I'm very sorry I'm not able to be there with you in person, but I'm very happy that I'm able to talk to you through this video. Couple of years ago we started developing the National Biotechnology Development Strategy. We interacted with more than 2,000 people in India and globally, and then we developed this national development strategy for biotechnology and a roadmap for the next 5 to 8 years. One of the things that we realized was that while we have a large number of a large body of scientific workforce, we have an acute shortage of leaders. And the government of India has taken very many historic steps in the last couple of years. One of them is to set up a number of higher educations which connect research and education together. For example, the ICERs. You also have a number of new IITs coming up, National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, and nearly 25 to 30 federal universities. Our own estimate is that in the next 5 years, in the life sciences and biotechnology sector, we are going to have job openings for more than 1,500 positions, which are fairly at the middle and higher levels. So, one way of doing this is to interest our Indians settled anywhere in US or Europe or elsewhere to come back to India, because India today is a very interesting place. There are lots of these opportunities, and there are a couple of dozens of really good labs where people can come back and settle down. And in the years to come, many more places are going to come up, and in a bit to attract people, we have done a couple of things. One of them is to sign a collaboration with the Wellcome Trust UK. In the past, the Wellcome Trust used to give 4 or 5 fellowships in India. And in a country of 1.3 billion people, 4 or 5 fellowships are not really going to make a very great difference to the country. And when Sir Mark Walport was in India a couple of years ago, Dr. Barn happened to meet him, and then he said that if you wanted to make a really enduring legacy, then why can't DBT and Wellcome Trust come together in a partnership? And Sir Mark took this very seriously, and to cut a long story short, we decided that both Wellcome Trust and DBT would contribute £16 million in equal measure per year, and we signed an agreement for the next 10 years. Therefore, this was 160 million pounds partnership over the next 10 years, and we decided to award 70 fellowships per year.
Wow.
And in order to deliver this program, we decided to set up an alliance as a public charitable trust, and this is called the Wellcome Trust DBT India Alliance. This has been registered as a public charitable trust in India, and an office has come up in Hyderabad, and this trust has 2 trustees. One from the Wellcome Trust, which is Dr. Jimmy Whitworth, and one from DBT, which is myself. And between us, we take all the decisions quickly, and we have already appointed a CEO, which is Dr. Anuradha Lohia. We have already recruited about 10 scientists to run the program, all of whom were sent to the Wellcome Trust in London and trained for over 9 months, and they are back here, and already the fellowship program is up and running. These postdoctoral fellowships will be in 3 categories. Early stage, which is meant for PhDs postdocs who have completed PhDs just a year or so ago. Then the intermediate fellowships, which are meant for PhDs who have spent between 1 and 6 years after their degree. And then there is a senior category fellowship. So there will be 40 early stage fellowships, 20 intermediate fellowships, and 10 senior category fellowships. The selection for the senior and intermediate fellowships have already been completed. The early stage fellowships will be awarded or selected in the November, a couple of months later. And the process is on. As I said, the awards will be going out very quickly, and this is already a program which has started well.
So it appears to me that the way the government is functioning is changing.
Well, I must say that the government's mindset has also changed quite a bit in the last couple of years. We have been able to do many things which would not have been heard of a couple of years or even 5 years earlier.
Yeah.
Many things are being liberalized, and you couldn't think of a foreign trustee in an Indian public charitable trust, but the government thought over it and it approved this. So the reason why we made this trust was that we wanted to keep this separate from the government, so that it becomes a nimble and efficient organization, able to take decisions quickly and move things quickly. So I think in that sense, all of us are changing.
Yeah.
I think it is a win-win situation for everybody, for those who are awardees of those fellowships, for those of us who are in the position of being able to award those fellowships. There is flexibility, there is autonomy, and there is efficiency all combined in this, and I think it's a great thing to happen.
So is there some other program or something more that you would like to tell us about this?
The other program that might be of interest to this audience is the re-entry grants that we are giving these days from the DBT, and this is called the Ramalinga Swami Fellowships, and this is meant for people of Indian origin settled abroad who want to come back and work in an Indian lab. And what this fellowship does is to give a salary of 75,000 rupees consolidated per month, which is tax free.
Oh.
And they will also get a contingency grant of 500,000 rupees. DBT would be happy to facilitate their relocation to a laboratory in India, or help them locate a good laboratory in India. And in the last 2 cycles, we have selected 25 people for this award, and I'm very happy to report to you that 23 of these people are already in India working.
Okay.
And I think about 6 of them have found faculty positions in some of our labs, and they are still taking the salary part of it from this fellowship because it is beneficial to them. Once the fellowship is over, they can shift to taking their salaries in those institutions. The awardees can also apply for grants from any grant giving agency in India, and they can negotiate for additional benefits such as housing or medical benefits or leave travel, etc. from the institution directly.
Okay.
The DST also has a similar fellowship called the Ramanujan Fellowship. Unlike the Wellcome Trust Fellowship, which is restricted to biomedical research, the Ramalinga Swami Fellowship is open for all people, including those who want to work in agriculture, energy, engineering, bioengineering, or whatever other fields they want to work in. So this is another opportunity.
Could